Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. We are getting ready to do a reading for Aries. If you are new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'm all out of order on my readings anyway, but we're gonna do Aries. You guys haven't had one for a minute, so I just pulled out a chakra insight oracle, and this will be an overall energy here. It's about insight. I am seeing that full moon energy also in the background. We do have a full moon coming up in the 28th or 29th, and it's a full moon in Virgo. And it will also be a lunar eclipse. So, no. Is that? Not sure. Yeah, no, that's coming up now, like the 14th. I want to say like the 14th, we have the lunar eclipse in Virgo, and then the solar eclipse in Aries at the end of the month on the 28th or 29th of March. So this is about figuring something out, getting some kind of understanding, epiphany, or getting some kind of insight about a situation you may be dealing with, Aries. Also, this can be going within also and finding answers that you not just answers, but solutions and, problem solving within yourself. Understanding, awakening, awareness, and self-evaluation. 42. Recognize the higher truth beyond apparent limits. Honor the path you have walked on so far and all you have become. Know thyself. I love that. It's about self-evaluation and self-understanding. In our modern world, there's so much sharing of information through such a wide variety of mediums, internet, phone, TV, radio, word of mouth, that we can quickly fall into a habit of looking outside of ourselves for the answers that we seek. We value others' opinions beyond our own, to know what to eat, how to act, how to dream, where to live, and how to love, and who to love. Taking time to truly know ourselves expands our awareness. It makes it easier to grow from our experiences. Not only does it give us strength of character, but it allows us a greater understanding of other people and our surroundings. Yeah. So just going within and maybe not looking outside of yourself for information right now. Going within and finding what you are seeking, and maybe avoiding some of the distractions that are so available. And you guys are gonna have to excuse me, I am swelled. I got a toothache. I went and got an antibiotic today, so hopefully that helps. But yes, definitely going within, looking at finding your own answers. If you have an idea that, something is or isn't good or right for you, you need to seek inside of yourself for those answers. But we will get some cards since you are watching this video, and see what comes out for you guys. Let's go ahead and get 3 of these wings and roots. Thank you, Spirit. All right, we got 3 right here. 1, 2. Oh, well, we lost that last one. There we go. We got grounded, staying centered and grounded in yourself, your center. This has a very much so the same energy as this. A lot of meditation. This is a very meditative position. And it's really going within and digging deep down into your roots and finding solutions to something here, without getting, like I said, getting carried away or swept away in the activities around you that could be distracting you from finding what it is you need to find. So you could be even looking outside of yourself thinking, oh, if I look at that person or that situation, this all makes sense to me. I'm really feeling that Spirit's saying, no, this is something within you. This could involve some shadow work. This could involve finding your own truth. We got wildness. The wolf, I love that. And fire. And there's a full moon in this one also. And it's this feeling of being surrounded by clearly, having, how do I word this, Spirit? Clearly being able to see and understand what it is the answers or the solution you're seeking, by being with yourself, by this wolf is by himself, by the illumination of the full moon. And I love wolves, but he's howling on the full moon, trying to find that communication from his soul tribe or his animal tribe. And then there's this fire, which is interesting because the fire to me can represent, with the wildness card here, it could mean taming something, grounding something, and grounding is one of your cards. So centering and grounding yourself. Maybe you are seeking some answers here on how to contain or ground yourself or contain something, some kind of energy that's kind of a little untamed, maybe refining something within yourself is what I'm feeling, turning something here into a more refined and intentional energy. With the fire, there's intention when you put rocks around the fire to focus the warmth and the light into one area and make sure that it doesn't spread. There is a feeling here of containing something within yourself, or finding something and finding something within yourself that's contained. Maybe it's a wilder nature you're going into and kind of seeking your own wilderness out, so to say. You're finding your own free spirit, or your I'm getting a lot of that, like this. And let's get one of these. I'll just see. Understanding yourself better, maybe understanding your nature better. Here we go. The Page of Wands, or Pentacles, excuse me. So having some kind of new thought or idea, finding something here. Maybe you're wondering what to do next, or where to go, or what you need to do. Maybe you're asking the divine or the universe what you need to do. It feels like there could be something here you are thinking about or meditating on or wanting to express. I am feeling like there's a want to let something be seen, or but first there's a need to look at it yourself to understand it. Maybe you're trying to understand more of things around you, so it's asking you to go within and look at the things within you first. This page says, all of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. I am in the right place at the right time. Never allow anyone to define you. Just be you. I love that. I love what I love. I am full of passions and desires. I let myself feel the excitement of being my true passionate self. Okay, so interesting. This is the wands. I had it right at the beginning. The stars are the wands. So this is actually, a page of fire. So there is this fire energy in your reading, and this is about following a passion or wanting to express something, having a dream or some kind of, like a wildfire within you, something you want to pursue or express, I'm feeling. It feels like there's definitely something here you want, and it feels like you're definitely going within and maybe asking yourself, like, why you want what you want, trying to understand, like, where this want or whatever is coming in. We're going to put that over that. Oh, sorry. Okay. And this is also about being very authentic and true to yourself, and not allowing others to define you, or others' opinions, or others' ideas of who you are or what you are. There's something different about you with this wildness card. There's something even almost lonery. I am feeling like a loner energy, but it's not a bad thing. It's just there's something different about you, whoever this is resonating with, and it maybe you're looking to find that place where you feel like part of a pack or part of a group, and Spirit's asking you to sit with yourself and understand why it is you are this energy and what it is you can do with that creative energy. There is, or maybe there's a need to direct. I'm feeling like directing your energy. Maybe it's kind of scattered or has been kind of scattered. And this is a strong message saying you need to ground yourself. You need to get down to your roots. Maybe look at your ancestry. Maybe look at your, I'm feeling those family ties and ancestry and tribe. I'm feeling all that tribe energy around the fire and the wolf and the world root energy. It's like finding your place in the world. You could be seeking some guidance on your purpose or your place in the world right now, if this is resonating with you. That's what I'm getting from that message. So let's go ahead and get 2 of these. Here we go. 11 of air. And wow, a lot of air, a lot of mental energy here. We got the crone here at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to read you the keywords for these cards. Let's show you here. The first one to come out is this air energy. It's the 11 of air. This deck is a little different. So I will read the keywords to this. I should pull out the big book for this because I have the big deck also. I love this deck. It's one of my first decks. Well, not my very first deck, but my first one since doing exploring multiple energies in multiple decks, multiple creators. So the 11 of air is about the body and the mind. Getting something together here. It's imagination, reality, fact, opinions. So there is something here. There might be a lot of people around you or a lot of influence around you that could be affecting your mind and therefore affecting your body, affecting whether you have an open mind or a narrow mind. It's saying to follow your own direction. Be the lone, like if something's not agreeing with you, go off and be in your space, find your sacred space, set aside a corner in your house or a room, or, I had for a while, I turned a closet into my space. So I could be alone with my thoughts and be alone with my energy. So I can separate my energy from the rest of the crowd and my opinions, my beliefs. It's easy to get wrapped up in quarreling and arguing and in people trying to change your energy or your mind about certain things that you just, you're certain kind of energy, you're certain kind of energy. This is about being open-minded and questioning. So it's both being open-minded, but yet still questioning. And I feel like that is this insight, like you are questioning something. You're wondering deep down whether something agrees with you or is part of your purpose or plan. This feels like a really big reading. It feels like kind of a fork in the road kind of reading here. It says you are only limited by your mind. Be discerning. And I think that's why it's saying, don't let others influence you. And also, if there is things coming up, because I did get this family root energy, root family tree energy, DNA tribals energy, there is a feeling to your guys' reading about not getting swept up in necessarily the tribe's mentality, but yet because there's something special or individual about you that's separate from them. It's like if our whole family, I think I've used this as an example, but say your whole family's carpenters, and you just don't want to be a carpenter. You want to be an artist or a hairstylist, it just doesn't fit into that village. There's something here I feel like you're seeking your space or your place in. And it says, how is your mind affecting your body? Are you going back and forth between, I should do this because this is the opinion or the majority of like the people I'm around? And that's, I feel like Spirit's coming in strongly and saying, separate your energy and your body and your mind from everybody else's right now. If this is the news, if this is media, go be by yourself and sift through your thoughts and gain a higher understanding of, and awareness of what's going on energetically. Go look at, see where if you're into astrology, see where the planets are, see what's affecting you or your loved ones around you. There is something here. I feel like it's just really saying you need to really pay attention right now to how your mind and body are working together. So if there's something, say you're tired all the time or you can't focus, or pay attention to your body, pay attention to what you're eating, pay attention to if you're sleeping. If you aren't sleeping well, look up sleeping remedies, just spray lavender on your pillow, listen to calm, relaxing music, go for a walk to wear you out before bedtime. So it's really saying something here is definitely is strongly connected with your reading, you guys, with your mind and your body. So if there's something going on with your body, it's probably a thought process, or it could be a perspective or something that's affecting you. And you just need to, I feel like it's like, I feel like it's focusing in on like one thing and maybe not getting overwhelmed by everything. I'm feeling kind of an overwhelmed energy, and that's why this is, you need to get some insight and some understanding about yourself and where you're at in the bigger picture. And you could just be seeking it. You could be looking for that. It says facts. It says, how is your body affecting your mind, and how is your mind affecting your body? Facts are certainties. Opinions are not facts. So, there are facts and then there are opinions. Do not let the opinions of others take away from the facts, or vice versa. The facts, don't let facts overshadow the opinions of others too. I mean, unless it's an opinion about you or what you're doing in your life, I think it's good to be open-minded, to hear other people's opinions and views and perspectives on things, but it's really important to go back to ourselves and go back to our center and find our truth, what we align with, because everybody's different. Some people align with this, some people align with that, and then finding those answers of why. What are my reasons why I align with this and not that? And here they are, and do that evaluation for yourself. With this full moon, it will be in Virgo. So Virgo is a very logical, analytical. I have a lot of Virgo in my chart, so I'm very familiar with the Virgo energy, which is strange because I have, Pisces moon and all this really kind of ethereal, spiritual energy, but yet I'm very logical. I read a lot of books. I'm always looking for facts, proof, and then sometimes I just got to stop and go within and say, this is what I feel, and this is my truth. And is a feeling a fact? It is my fact. It is my fact and my feelings, at least as far as my feelings are concerned. Does it mesh up with the way other people feel about it? No, or certain things. But I will say it's very important to separate yourself from, there's deeper feelings going on within us that are us, like our authentic soul self, our spiritual self. We need to listen to our spirit. We need to follow our spirit. But also we need to still look at the reality of a situation, and if the reality of a situation is you can't find the time or the place or the space to gather your energy and to focus on yourself and hone in on what it is you see and envision for you, what your truth is and what your passions are about. What are you passionate about and why? What is the deeper roots of that? And then you ask yourself those questions. And it says also, we can only change ourselves. So there is something here going on with groups or people around you. Maybe you're watching a lot of social media, or maybe you're around a lot of people, and maybe you don't even like what you're seeing, and you think by quarreling or arguing or something, you can change somebody's opinion. Even with facts, you can't change people's opinions, an opinion is an opinion, and that goes for us also. Like, just because, me and my son get into this, and I love science. I just am waiting for more evidence, more proof, more physical proof of the things that I already feel exist. Does that make my feelings a fact? No. But what is a fact is that science and this field is constantly discovering new things. Constantly, it changes. Everything changes. Our history of humankind is changing, and our future is changing. So, I feel like that's a whole nother can of worms. But there is something here where it's like really important that you have a special opinion or ability or a perspective here that could be being influenced by others. That's one message. The other message is to pay attention to taking that rest time for your body so that your mind can get clear and uncluttered with other people's energies or opinions, and find your own truth in a situation here. And to definitely separate yourself from the other's energy or opinions, and find your own center, ground yourself in your own energy. I feel like whoever this is resonating with has good energy, and spirit's like, don't let anything affect your good energy or your special perspective or your special ability to see something differently than the others, or some kind of situation like that. Wow. Okay, let's go here. Another air card. And this is going to be kind of like the King of Air, but also, you know, these combine different energies in the tarot into one card. So it might be like, you know, a couple, and you can see the eagle here. This is about, there is about something here about seeing a higher perspective. And I think if you are getting swept up in a bunch of lower energy or smaller minded or narrow minded views, you're not looking at something from the bigger perspective. Or maybe you're not connecting. If something personally is going on with you, this is a general message, you guys, so there's different messages in here for everybody. So just leave what doesn't resonate, but there could be something here you're not connecting to, something you're not doing or doing with your body that's affecting your mind and body and spirit. Like you're not taking enough time to like be alone or walk, or you know, there's something here about that also. Let's see here. Here we go. We got the King of Air, and they do call it the King of Air. And the key words for this is to be disciplined, ethical, commanding, expert, forceful, precise, rule-orientated, and respectful. So in the mix of all this, staying very focused. There is a lot of focus in your guys' reading, Aries. And if you're an Aries rising, moon, and this resonates, then it resonates. It's for any placement you're looking at right now in Aries. We have a couple things. We have Venus and Mercury in Aries right now. So, you know, this does feel very mercurial, actually, because all the messages are mercurial. People chitter-chattering, talking, having their opinions, their perspectives, that's all mercurial energy. So this is a very mercurial reading, which makes a lot of sense with the placements that are in the sky right now. This is saying, you know, you are like fine-tune something here. Go within and fine-tune something. There's something maybe you can do some more studying on, or you can really find like that higher knowing or that higher knowledge, even maybe through searching or looking in books or history. I was getting that like family energy, you know, looking at the roots of something, looking at, yeah, there's expert, you know, that's really knowing something. That's really having done the studying and learned the facts, and not letting opinions or feelings get in the way of the facts. The King of Air is very logical, very factual. And there's something here that you may know factually, and you may be trying to understand something maybe a little more. There is, you know, and he can be forceful with his opinions and his perspective. In shadow, he can try to force his opinions on others, change others with his opinions, his views. You know, and it's, I believe that was in the other card. You can't change another. You can't change the opinions of others. It says a time for ethical behavior. So, you know, not being manipulative or trying to let people be who they are, and be mindful that everybody's got their own energy, and to be fair about that. Be fair about the choices you're making. Also, if you are, maybe you're needing to go within to make a good, fair choice. You know, this air takes me to the Libra, the scales, justice, and something maybe needing balanced out here, and you're trying to understand how to balance something out, or how to get your mind on board with what's actually physically happening, whether this is in your body or in your environment, because that is physical. Your environment is physical, so it's getting your mind matched up with what's going on around you, or getting your both. You know, we have feelings about things, and we have opinions, and we have thoughts, and it's just, we're very fun like that. It says respect the rules or laws. So very important time to remember to follow rules. And, you know, I don't just, in this, he is I was thinking about that justice, about Libra. Follow the rules. Do not be making unbalanced choices for yourself or those around you right now. It says keep your judgments free of emotional impediment. Yes, and that is the message I'm getting through your guys' readings. There feels to be something you are thinking about and looking at and needing to understand, maybe your opinions don't match up to something you're seeing in your environment. And maybe that's why it's saying pulling you out of the environment, pulling you into yourself and saying, why is it you see that way? And what is making you feel that way? And are you letting your feelings create an unfair judgment on others for their opinions or their feelings? I am getting that message, and it says, don't be drawn into an argument. I was feeling that the quarreling and the arguing. And Aries, you are ruled by the Mars, and Mars is in Cancer right now. Cancer is emotional. So this is it's a mercurial, emotional energy all mixed up here. And it's saying, do not let your emotions impede your judgment. So maybe that's why it's important to pull yourself away, to say, okay, that's my emotions about it, but the facts are this, and this is how, this is the solidity, and there's a high focus needed on some kind of decision or some kind of approach to something. For the one that is resonating with this reading, the ones that are resonating, there's some kind of need to go in and focus on the task at hand and not the emotional heaviness or burden of it. And not to argue about something or not to fight about something, just to be very straightforward and logical and blunt. The King of Swords is a blunt energy. Not mean and judgmental and hurtful, though. In light, in shadow, he can be very hurtful and manipulative and try to get his way, like through messing with people's heads, like this is real air energy. And it says, why? And it says, and could you be pushing any boundaries of anybody else's or even yourself? Are there things you need to go within and go, okay, I am reaching my limit here, and I'm not going to keep pushing this boundary with this group and I am feeling like the group or the family, some kind of energy like that. And it says, don't reject unsolicited advice. So if somebody does come, it's not saying to go seek advice and necessarily put a lot of weight on everybody's opinions, but it's saying don't reject it. Have an open mind about the advice you're getting, such as, for instance, this video or this message. Okay, you are watching it, you are seeking something, you're looking for some kind of confirmation or information or insight on something, or just an understanding with other humans on something. And that's kind of what this is feeling like. And it says, don't take it all in, and hold a lot of weight with it, but don't be closed-minded to it either. Don't be closed-minded to the advice or things that you are, because there could be something there for you to think about, something there for you to understand. I am getting that. So that's a really nice message, Aries. A lot of air energy for your guys' reading. So, a lot of, it's just kind of, it makes sense, though, with the Mercury in Aries right now, that there is a lot of communication and thought processing going on and perspective, and there's a lot here, you guys. So let's go ahead and get a couple cards. Let's see. Oh. All right, let's see. What's this? Grounding yourself in your own thoughts. Connecting your mind and body, or mind and physicality, the physical reality you are in and the way you're seeing it or perceiving it or understanding it. The Moon, and it came in reverse. So there has been some confusion here and some not seeing something clearly. So maybe that's why it's important to pull yourself into yourself and away from others and others' opinions, and maybe there's a confusion that you're trying to sort through, and it could just be in this day and age we have constant information, constant inflow of information. If you are on social media or you are watching the news, I don't watch the news. If I hear something about the news, I'll look it up if it further interests me, but I'm not seeking more opinions and more conflict. I'm sticking with how it's being sovereign within myself and where I stand in every situation that I have looked at within myself. There is a feeling here of and this could have, and we got the Ten of Pentacles reverse. So I am feeling like this is, if you've been with my channel, you know that I look at the Ten of Pentacles a lot of the times as family DNA, origins, roots. This makes a lot of sense to me because in legacies and things handed down to us, are your opinions or are your perspectives something that's been passed down to you from your family or your roots or your, you know, yeah, it's like there's a feeling here of needing to separate yourself from the group or the tribe, the family, maybe even the roots long enough to say, you know, because like I said at the very beginning, your whole family might have been this belief system or this career or this, you know, whatever it is, political party or whatever, you know, and you're standing out as something different here. We also got the Ace of Pentacles, which did come in reversed also. So there is a feeling here of not seeing something clearly and missing some kind of opportunity to see something clearer, because we got the Page of Swords came out upright. We got this moon in the background of this, like see something here, a new way of seeing something. Maybe you've understood and you realize now that something between your physical environment, this could be family, place of where you live, something isn't like matching up to what you think, who you are. Your thought process is like something feels like you're realizing right now in the center. We got the Page of Swords, realizing that you have dreams of your own and you have a thought process of your own, and honoring that and standing your ground on that. Also, I am feeling that with this King of Air here, you know, but not fighting about it, just saying, you know, this is who I am and I belong. This is interesting because she's flying with like these swans. I belong here, you know, there's something here. And then we also got the Hangman, the perspective change. Yeah, so there is a lot of trying to see something differently here. That's what this meditation's about. That's what finding this insight's about, is trying to see something differently here so that you can be more integrated into your family, your community, where you're at. Yeah, there's a complete shift here happening in perspective, and it's most likely with you, Aries, and how you're seeing something or experiencing some kind of physical reality, some part of your physical reality. And it may mean you have to give up a way you saw something before, or so that you can see something differently and be more open-minded. I do feel like something strong in this reading is saying, don't be judgmental or narrow-minded. Maybe you've came from a place where there's been a lot of confusion and stuff passed down, or you have inherited. You know, that's the Ten of Pentacles also, is inheritance. And interesting. And then we got the Emperor. Yes, and it's upright, taking control. And we got that right under the fire, controlling. And the Emperor is an Aries, yes, Aries kind of energy. It's very, it's very passionate. It's very fiery, but he's taking control of his world, of his kingdom. Not in a ruthless, overbearing, domineering, scary way. Not in light, which this is upright, but going in and seeing something different about yourself, and a new way of seeing things, and understanding that you may be finding, you may just have the very seed of a new thought, a new belief that has been just an epiphany of some sorts. And now you are looking at it and you are seeing things quite differently. And you want to rule over your world. And this could be your home, this could be your job, this could be your family. You want to be a strong leader, and that means making strong decisions and having an open mind, being a kind, compassionate, but yet thorough and determined leader. I am getting that, and that's very Aries energy at its best. It can make things happen, it can create things, and good things, you know. And then we got the Knight of Cups. So, and it is reversed. So this is saying, as you know, some kind of just don't get carried away with your emotions right now. The Knight of Cups reversed can take emotional action. You know, an Emperor that's in good control is not being, it has balanced King of Swords energy, air energy. This Knight reversed is very emotional and impulsive, reckless even, because of his emotions. He might feel very strongly about something and go in and destroy something because he doesn't like it, because he feels it's wrong, or he feels, you know, and that could be where the judgments come in too. So this is the advice is just do not, you are in a place right now where you are taking control over your thoughts. You are learning to gather your thoughts and see things differently so that you can be a strong leader in your life and create the place you want to, the kingdom you want to be a part of, the place you want to be a part of. And the advice with that Knight of Cups is just do not rush into anything by being emotionally driven. That's why it's important you pull yourself away from the emotions or the quarreling or the conflict and find your center and just talk to your highest self. Have that conversation with yourself. Yeah, so that's it. Beautiful. I love that, Aries. We are going to go ahead and get an archaeology, energy archaeology. Each one, there's bones in this deck, and each one represents a different energetic holding in the body. And which I think this will go really nice with your guys' reading, especially because we do have this mind-body energy. And let's see what comes out. Inspiration. I love that. And this is a nerve center in the brain, I believe. I'm not a doctor, but this is a beautiful deck. We're going to go to this inspiration. Oh, to do anything with inspiration, it must be embodied. You must know it. You must embody it. With your, you know, make your mind match up to what you're doing. Make your actions match up to how you feel about something. Now with that Knight of Cups, just don't be impulsive with the emotions, and balance it with logic. Balance it with clear thinking and good judgment and fairness. Remember the fairness. There could be something really important about being fair and just. I'm getting a lot of that Libra energy and karma energy, and, you know, creating that good balance for yourself in your life and with those around you. And it says, let inspiration move through you so it can move your life in the direction of your dreams. And there is, with this Page of Swords, some kind of new thinking about what you can create, what you can build in your life, and you are in control of it, and you do have control over your actions and the way you use your mind, or you use your whole body, you know, whether you build that fire pit or not, or you just let it go, you know. So there is this feeling here of I almost want to say, but it's like containing or gathering or keeping together something here. So this is the water element. And in balance, it's about guidance and creative impulse. So that can be a healthy expression of the Knight of Cups, is doing something really emotionally creative, painting and just something that comes from the heart, singing something that comes from the heart, dancing when you're feeling like sad, or, you know, that can be positive expression of Knight of Cups rather than being fighting about feelings. You know, that's the message I'm getting. So this is associated with co-creation, dreaming, expectation, identity, and potential. That makes a lot of sense with the identity and the Ten of Pentacles here. I feel like in what you're kind of seeing and becoming clear about is what you've been confused about the what's different from you, and what's been given to you, or what's been passed down to you. I feel like there's a lot of sorting through like ancestral stuff here. I am feeling that for somebody. So it says the parietal bones are two bilateral skull bones, each of which is vaguely quadrilateral and saucer-like. The convex side faces up, and the concave side faces into and protects the parietal lobes of the brain. So the energy is a flow of energy in the skull that moves between the occipital, parietal, frontal, temporal, and sphenoid bones. So it's helping all of these things move together, which goes a lot with this card, goes right along with this card. And you can see it's all about his head, and there's all these connections throughout his brain happening in his heart. And I just saw that, but you can see the heart center lit up, and it's really getting all that aligned, matching up. I love that. And it says it is, the skull requires that the occipital, parietal, and frontal bones work in conversation with each other, and also with conscious, unconscious, and higher dimensional energies. And you can see that all in this card. And this is a different deck, you guys. We're talking about these two cards here having a very like energy. And you can almost see this too. It's just lit up, and it's almost like there's a very common, similar energy to this. And right in the higher, the crown chakra, you can see he's connecting to a higher, but he's taking it down to his body, to body, mind, spirit connection here. And that is what this is representing. They work with each other to connect the conscious, unconscious, and higher dimensional energies. The parietal bones create a toroidal field. The shape of this field is similar to a donut, but rather than having a hole in the middle, it folds up upon itself, and all points along its surface converge together into a zero-dimensional point at the center. The toroidal fields organize frequency into integrated, I was feeling integration, embodied energy, taking this new thought or this new way of seeing things and really putting it into action, integrating your special, unique way of seeing something, or what you do find, your understanding. Maybe you've awakened to something. Maybe you're seeing something. Maybe you've done a lot of self-evaluation and now integrating it into those around you without being judgmental, controlling, etc., emotionally aggressive, or like irrational or impulsive, especially with Mars, your ruling planet in Cancer, a very emotional energy. So it says, the magical melding of yourself, your higher self, and inspired guidance is the impetus of conscious creation. To do anything with inspiration, to move it from the etheric to the physical. Yes, and that is what's going on right now. We got all this North Node, South Node, Pisces, Virgo energy, and it's taking the spiritual and moving it into the physical. In order to do that, sometimes we got to take some of our physical known reality and the things and the ways we see things or have experienced things, 10 of Pentacles, been passed down. We have to release some things. That's South Node Virgo. So that we can make room for some North Node Pisces stuff, some dreams, some spirit, some connecting the ethereal and the kind of unknown, mysterious things of life to the physical, to our physical reality, but keeping a clear head about us, keeping our mind in an open state, but not a all-consuming, like naive or vulnerable or veins, or there's this energy of not feeling, not being weak in the mind, being strong enough to hear others' opinions and even maybe learn from some things going on around us, but know when to pull our energy away and sit with our own thoughts, our own perspective, and our own feelings on a situation and make it all match up. That is what I'm getting. So it says, it must be embodied. The role of the parietal bone is to integrate what it means to be moved, understanding divine inspiration, not as something separate from the self, but as something integral to it, absolutely needed in order to move. It's bringing that divine energy and knowing that it's not separate from us. It is what drives us. It's what absolutely moves us into a creative journey, or, it's the spiritual movement. Oh, I love that. To move with inspiration means you cannot hold it too tightly. Yes, because you can be inspired and start moving in a direction, and also those expectations, was it Leo? I just did it, and there was expectations there, and I believe it can be our own blockage, our own worst enemy. It can be our unreal expectations. There is a reality check also with our dreams and the steps we need to take to be closer to the energy we want to feel, or to be who we want to be, to experience life the way we envision and want our life to be. Oh, that's really nice. It says, you stagnate in identity, repress your dreaming self. Oh, it says, when you restrict this flow of energy, you restrict others as well. When you hold on to, only hold on to like an expectation that you've been inspired by, or you are inspired by something that It's interesting. It says you stagnate in identity, repress your dreaming self, and place expectations around what you are creating instead of having that open mind and that kind of the open palette, the open book, you know, where anything can be written and anything can be painted or drawn or sang or danced or experienced. You know, when we put expectations on it and we put a lot of rules and restrictions on it, and that's very Saturnian energy, which is also right now in Pisces. So there is this like restriction even on our dreams and even on our visions, and whether it's time being that restriction or science or whatever it is, you know, there always are those steps and rules and laws of nature that we have to accept as being part of our reality, even though we have big dreams and big ideas and big visions. It says when you hold the when you hold the impetus of conscious creation tightly, it cannot do what it's meant to do, which is move you, not you move it. Control your perspective enough to allow your perspective and your views to not be so constricted, not be so emperor-like, you know? It's almost like using that power that you have to control yourself, to contain yourself, using that energy to put enough value on the creative process to let go of a little control, even of exactly, like, you know, it does say, you know, that King of Swords follows the rules, follows the restrictions, very like, you know, very, very focused, very blunt, very just straight up, just, and that eagle also, you know, fair, you know, being fair. But there's a feeling here of needing to almost release a little control. And that is also the Hanged Man, is releasing control long enough, and sacrificing your control over how you see things and how you perceive things in order to actually have an open mind about what other things you can see and other things you can experience without having your mind or things that were passed down to you get in the way. Or feelings, the moon reversed, feelings are that are overshadowed, you know, that are overshadowing any new experiences that you can experience. It says, let inspiration move through you so it can move your life in the direction of your dreams. So allowing that inspiration, allowing your spirit to move you with little to no restraint, except for just a few rules of being kind, fair, and staying in a connection with yourself, most importantly, not everything else around you, about you, all that. So, okay, I love that. Okay, let's get one of these for you guys. Spiral Oracle for Aries. Do not get in your own way right now, Aries. Conscious. I love this because this is about the unconscious and conscious merging with one another. And there's this image of these two people sitting, almost a reflective quality to this card. Let's look. Conscious. I love this deck. Okay. Well, here we go. I am face to face with myself. And that is this kind of meditative sitting we got going on again. We got this throughout your reading. There's a lot that you need to sit with yourself about right now. And that could be what you're doing. And it's all good because you're going to find a lot of great things there. It says, I'm face to face with myself. Am I conscious about what is running through my mind? Or is this stuff that has been passed down? Are you missing opportunities because you're following some kind of not as illuminated path as you could, you know, you can illuminate your own path, the Hangman, with a new perspective. Maybe something's been viewed a certain way or experienced a certain way because of the way you have your tribe, your group, your family, your roots. I am getting that message very clearly and loudly for somebody that this video is for, or at least those specific messages. There is a lot of messages in these, but it says, can I observe? Oh, do I truly realize the words coming out of my mouth? Can I observe the character I have become and be at peace with my actions? Do your actions meet up with what you're thinking in your mind and your spirit, most of all? There are shadows within me. This is about, I did feel the shadow work a little at the beginning of this, with just going in and finding that understanding and awareness of yourself in some kind of situation, especially if you found yourself getting carried away with some kind of idea of who you are, or a thought process that's been with you for a very long time, or a perspective that's been with you for a very long time that you maybe doesn't fit into where you feel you belong now, today. It says, I integrate and illuminate them day by day, because there in the darkness is where the most sought after treasure is hidden. Those unconscious masks only damage me. My own shadow has caused me hard times, leaving my heart and mind blind to see the most beautiful things in life. I have been contaminated, and no one is responsible but me. It's time to come clean, empty, accept, and forgive myself. I understand that not only do I have my stories, but that I embody them and have become them. Whether this is being self-deceptive, telling yourself you're one thing when you totally don't, you feel like you fit in here, when you don't fit in there, and you're wanting to create kind of your own kingdom or your own place, your own space where you are in alignment. There is a feeling here of needing to get in alignment with yourself, and what you truly feel and believe here, Aries. So the key word to this card, and not become the stories you've told yourself you are, or other people have opinions about you or ideas about who you are, being genuinely with your soul and your mind and your body being exactly who you are. Integrate is the key word to this card. And it says, I accept. I take over. I take responsibility for my actions. I open up the darkness by incorporating it as it is. Oh, I love that. Seeing it as it is. Seeing it as it is and incorporating it. There is this feeling here of this full moon, by the full moon or around the full moon, being totally illuminated and awakened and understanding something about your own shadow self, or your own perspective, or your own belief system, or something really, really, really important here. And it's going to shift the dynamic you have with yourself and the world around you. I am feeling that. It says, as it is, I leave behind the judgments about me. The things you've already told yourself you are or aren't. Be open. Leave the door open to be what you are not, or what you have told yourself you are not, or you are. Have an open mind to what's being created within yourself right now. It feels like a big change. It feels like you might be completely changing. I know I've went I'm like, am I even going to be the same person when I'm all done with this awakening experience, when I'm all done with this shadow work, when I'm all done dropping the weight and the dirt and the drugs and the crutches, and am I going to still be me? Yes, I'm still me, but it's not the me that's telling myself I was this, or this. It's just me. I'm just human. I'm only human. And this is a beautiful energy for you guys. It's really feeling like really liberating for your spirit, for your soul. I love that. It says, I am grateful for this opportunity, and I embrace what I choose to be now. No matter what's happened in the past where you may have missed an opportunity to see something different, you have that opportunity here today, now, to go within. Maybe you were looking outside of yourself for something, you needed to look inside and find the solution, or the peace, or the mind, body, spirit connection within yourself, when maybe you were looking to connect outside of yourself, or something else to fulfill that. Whatever that is, Aries, this is a beautiful reading. I love that. Now is an opportunity to connect with what you now are today and what you see differently today, and to stay in touch with that by going into meditation, by going off by yourself, by being a little wild and maybe not fitting in the group, or the always following suit. I am feeling that. And Aries can be a very rebellious energy, but I'm not feeling it's a bad rebellious energy in this reading. I'm feeling it's that individuation, but yet as long as you're approaching it with fairness and an open but clear mind, and connecting your heart to it, it's good. You'll feel it. And we are going to get a surrender card. Surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Do not think you don't have enough to do something, or you don't, you can't be this, or you can't do that. That's scarcity-minded thinking. It's asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance, and it comes in all things. Abundance comes in all things, not just money, not just, you know, but it will show itself in our lives, in our material world. So Aries, that is your guys' reading. I really hope it helps somebody. And as always, I appreciate you guys coming and watching your message. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.